Yay! Awesome, awesome, awesome. We are here. Welcome to our own Leadership in Life. I'm Polly.
And I'm Steve.
And we have questions and conversations with Steve and Polly on leadership in life. That's just awesome.
Uh, thank you, Polly. I think it might be helpful as we start. You'll hear Polly and I talk about conscious leadership a lot, and as many people as come across this episode, conscious leadership could mean something different to each and every one of us. So, uh, for grounding, we'd like to suggest, for our purposes and our future conversations, when we use the term conscious leadership, think of that as influence, both our ability to influence ourselves as well as influence others. So leadership is influence. And then the conscious part, just simply think of it as of awareness or possibly even self-awareness. So that's kind of our minimum viable definition as we go through on for conscious leadership. We thought it'd be helpful to frame that. So if you hear us use the term, you'll know kind of the framework we're talking about.
And I
Um,
usually I usually joke about this, like it's bringing from the back of your mind the tool right in front of you, so you're aware of it.
thank you, Polly. Well, what's today's topic? Thanks for that commentary. What's today's topic? What are we talking
So,
about?
well, conscious leadership. Our topic is on leadership at its best.
Okay, very
Yeah.
good. Why is that important to us?
Oh, that's a good question. But before we going and diving deep into this, you know, in every moment that we talk about conscious leadership, it's good to be grounded. And I would say that grounding for us here, the easiest way is through our breath. Easy and quick to have some coherence in what we are doing, what we are saying, and to be in the moment, to be present in the moment. So before we dive into this, I would like to invite everybody just to take some deep breaths with us at this moment. And I will be doing the heart focused breathing, which is sweet and short and sweet. I
Okay,
never remember the order, but that's it.
okay. Look forward to this. I look forward to getting grounded.
All
So
right, all
I'll
right.
let I'll
So
let you take the lead on this. Looking forward to it.
thank you, thank you. So I'm going to invite you all to focus your attention on the area of your heart. If you feel comfortable, you can even bring your hands up here in your heart, in your chest area. If you can, and if you're able to, you might close your eyes or you might do this with your eyes open. It's fine. But imagine that your breath is flowing in and out of your heart or chest area, breathing a little slower and deeper than usual. Find an easy rhythm that is comfortable. You can hold a little there. And just notice what you notice while you're doing this, focusing on your breathing. And you may feel comfortable to get back into the screen with us or listening to us. How does it feel after doing this quick coherence? What did you notice, Steve?
Uh, Feels good. A note for us would be music, but yeah, it felt good. Felt thanks for leading us through that.
Nice.
Feel refreshed.
That's good. Me too. Even though I was leading it, it's nice. So let's dive into our question here
Okay.
about
Well,
leadership.
yeah, and today's question I believe that we shared is we've always been around leaders. We've probably all experienced um, effective leadership or gatherings where the leader was truly on their game, or even the participants displaying their influence within the room were on their game. And like life, we've probably also had some experiences where leadership has been less effective. But today we'd like to focus on a strength based question. When have you seen or experienced leadership at its best? What did that look like? What made that possible? And Polly, you want to tell them what we're going to do next, or I can take that. We're
Do you
going
mind
to
just bringing the question back again so I can
sure.
really
When
capture
the
that?
yeah, the question is to reflect on when have you seen leadership at its best? What you might think about what made that possible. Were there any characteristics or displayed by the leader themselves? Was there anything displayed by the participants in the room?
Mm.
What what stands out to you that made that leadership experience or that leader effective? What did you notice? So when have you seen leadership at its best? What did that look like, feel like, sound like? And again, just use bullet points as we're going to give you about 4 minutes to reflect. We'll give you 5 minutes total. The first four, just bullet point, brevity is clarity, just memory jogger, bullet points. And then about the last 90 seconds or 1 minute, br- take the essence, try to capture the essence of all those things that went off in your mind into, say, a sentence or two or one or two key bullet points.
Hmm.
We'll be playing some background music. Polly and I are going to reflect on this question as well. We're going to go through that. We'll give you the 1 minute warning, and we will tell you what we're going to do next when we all come back together. So, Polly, if you'd like to start some music, and we're going to be reflecting on when
There,
have you experienced or seen leadership at its best?
there we go. That's a good one. I'm gonna think it over. I'm gonna write it down here, actually, following
Okay.
your notes here. Brevity is clarity. I'm gonna get some music for us to reflect on.
Okay, thank you, Polly.
We have about 1 more minute to go
Okay, thank you, Polly.
and
Now's the
start wrapping
time.
up. Yeah,
Yeah, just capture the essence. One or two bullet points, maybe combine a couple of your thoughts if they go nicely together.
I kind of highlighted my
Yeah,
points here.
I put stars by mine. Stars and
Nice.
brackets.
There you go.
I normally use parentheses, but I don't know how to spell it, so I use brackets instead.
That sounds
I
nice.
can I can spell brackets.
It's much easier.
Okay, Polly. Well, thank you for the
Yeah.
background music. Thank you for this. What Polly and I are going to model now is the reflection piece. It's easier to show you than to tell you, but just notice is Polly's going to invite me in to share my essence and watch how she reflects back something to let me know, or should always reflect, whether it's me or the listener, that they were seen, heard, felt, or understood. It can be very brief, just something you notice that lets that listener, as this is part of increasing our influence, is
Yes,
reflecting back. So we're going to model that for you, or do our best to model that. And um, Holly, would you like me to share my points, or the other?
absolutely. So, what
Okay.
was your story of effective leadership or leadership at its
Yeah,
best?
the things I noticed that to bring into this conversation is they actively listened. They invited others to participate. They didn't dominate the conversation. They were fully present and respectful. And leadership at its best, those gatherings or those conversations have a relaxed, not rushed pace. So it's not like we'll hurry up and finish your point because I want to get back to my points. It's just a nice exchange. So those are the things I noticed. How about you, Polly? What stood out for you? Leadership at its best.
No, before I jump into my answer here, I just
Sure.
would
Oh,
like
yeah.
to say that it's really interesting when you mention fully present and respectful. These words really resonate with me in terms of being there at the moment and respectful to yourself and to others, mainly like what is going on in the environment. And it's so interesting, the part of relaxed, not rushed. It's like it's not about do, you gotta do this, you gotta do that,
Yeah.
just like we did. Let's take a
Yeah.
deep breath here before going. So that was really interesting. Thank you for sharing that.
Well, and thank you for reminding me of the power of reflection. That a great capture of that. Thank you so much. And I'm
Oh, of
anxious
course.
to looking forward to hearing what arose for you.
So when even actually I posed the question, we were discussing the question even before, but it occurred to me, I went to a memory of mine back in 2003 in which I was doing lots of things. It was my last year of college. I was part of a Rotaract, which is a Rotary member group for younger people, for the youth. So lots of things happening, and I was the head of a retreat for this Rotaract group. It was a 3-day retreat, so starting Friday night up to Sunday with lots of things happening throughout the day. But I remember a point in which one of the participants came to me and said, Polly, I've never seen somebody who is leading an event be so present and being part of it and enjoy it with everybody else. And it was just interesting, like that comment. And then I look back at what I was doing. And it's pretty much what you said. I was really fully present. I was respectful and I knew I had a team working together and each one of us had our things to do. And it was like being in the moment. I had the moment to stress out before, but being there and enjoying the moment with everybody else was wonderful. So that question, what somebody brought to me, and now thinking about it like 20 plus years later, it's so interesting. And what you said, it's like, boom, it's interconnected.
Well, thank you for sharing that. The present and enjoyment. I really it was interesting. I'll be curious if any of the other readers or listeners noticed that. But the joy in your face actually came out when you used the word enjoyment. I could really tell. It felt like you were really recalling that experience. It was still alive. And yeah, if leaders are Uh, leaders need to, yeah, it's cohesion. We'll talk about that in another episode. But you were bringing out coherence. We're bringing out coherence when the group. If the leader's not enjoying themselves, the likelihood of the participants having a meaningful experiences probably diminishes proportionally. So thank you so much for sharing those
Oh,
both
my
of those
pleasure.
points. I appreciate it. And I do appreciate your energy and your joy, just to, even in sharing that memory, to see that you light up with that.
Yeah,
Well,
that's nice.
well,
Thank you for listening and opening room for me too.
yeah, yes, yes. I had to chuckle at myself. I gave this big entry on how important it is to reflect back, and I forgot to give Polly space to reflect back. So thank you. And I did you notice how she modeled? Well, before we go on, how about if I do this? That was great, Polly. And so we're about to wrap up. And we will thank you for so much, truly, for the bottom of both of our hearts for attending this initial um, event. And we would like to invite you, if you're of the head or heart, think about this question, and we'd like to offer that you make a commitment, a call to action, if you will. What one commitment can you make from the things you reflected on? One trait, one characteristic, one commitment that will help increase your influence and your ability to lead as a conscious leader. What one commitment will make today a great day?
Oh, I love that. One thing I can do based on what we talked about that can make it today a great day. Oh, thank you for that, Steve. That's wonderful.
Yes, yes, yes. Well, my commitment is active listening. I need to stay curious longer, and that is a big commitment for me. So that's what I'm going to work on. What we'd like to leave you with is this is we'd love to hear from as many that would like and choose to. Uh, and maybe as a guideline, one or two sentences, which is usually about 250 characters, right around that. I would love to have you share into the room your reflections, the essence of your reflections on this question. And if you want to share one of your big, brave, bold commitments or actions, that'd be great too. So we look forward to reading your comments. Polly, it's been a delightful sharing of space, time together, and I look forward to getting to know our audience and more of these podcasts in the future.
Awesome. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here with us, taking action on life and leadership or leadership. And
Your life.
there we
All
go.
right.
The
I'm
balancing there.
Steve, and she's
Polly.
Polly. Until
Awesome.
next time. Until
Bye
next
bye.
time. Make it a great day.
I'm gonna write down my own commitment to the day so you